the river now. You can see the water's down. You can see up through there, I got a lot to look, a big stretch that the water's been up and over. You can see right there's a little flake of Crooksville chert laying right on top of the sand. When the water comes down, it's on a slant. The points usually will just be laying flat out. It looks like they were just placed there. And then sometimes they'll be a little bit covered with sand, but usually they're just laying out. You can see here how fanned out this stuff is. The water's come down this slant and everything just gets exposed and it just gets left laying right where it was underwater. Well, anyway, if I see anything, I'm finding flakes of flint, and I would have picked them up. There's another little one right there. There's a tiny one right there. I would have picked these up the last time I was here, so there's a chance for a point to be out. I'll get back if I see anything. Yeah, it's not even 9 o'clock yet, and I got an artifact laying out. You can see here where I'm standing. I'm in a Hyatt today. You can see how this is all washed. The water was up in there. You can see how it come down and washed that up in there, and then there's a gravel pocket here, and you can see how the water dropped again, and there's a gravel pocket right here. It's all come out of that sand, and it's just all spread out. See if you see the point here. Looks like a flake up here sticking out right there. That's just a rock. But see if you see the point. It's just laying right here on the gravels. Looks like it might be like an Ashtabula. I'm not sure. It's small. Right here. It's got a little tiny base neck, but it's kind of nice. It's not bad. It's an average point, but it's a fun nonetheless. And for laying out, that's all right. Look around here. You can see how good this looks. Found lots of stuff here. See all this stuff fanned out, and then boom, this is all washed material. Could be anything laying on these places. But I will get back if I see anything else. Hopefully I can get another one later. Got a point back here, but I just got my glove wet, my hand wet, and it's like 20 some degrees. I got a point. I had to get a picture with my camera, and I have to take it out of my pocket, take my glove off. Oh, my hands are just, oh, they're cold. The water is cold now. It's, and the wind's blowing. But right here, you see the principal high cut bank comes down in here. There's this stuff all fanned out, and it sucked this point right in the water. It's underwater here. I'm gonna have to stick my, well, I'm gonna have to grab this with this hand because I can't stick my hand in the water anymore. I'm just leaving after this. My hand's wet and it's cold. I'm gonna have to get warmed up. But right here, it's a whole point. All right, this is pretty nice. Let me dip it again. It's muddy. I don't want to stick my hand into the water. Might be a little Amos. It's just got an irregular base. It ain't a bad point. It's all there. You can see it's chipped at that angle. It's not break at all. So that's a whole one. Whoa. Yeah, good thing I'm not standing in deep water. It's hard to handle this stuff with gloves, these big heavy gloves on. But 2 points. And it's probably only 10:30. I've been out here. I sifted some too, but I'm not sifting anymore after my hands got wet. I'll go to a dump now. I already have dump clips on this. Hope you're enjoying. I'll find something else today on the dump. Later. Alright, I'm out of the glare. The last time I showed these, there was a glare on the thing, and I have the pins in this, and I don't want to take them out. It's all displayed. But you can see here, this was the goal of my last, I don't know, 6 or 7 dump digging videos to find a frame of marbles like this. The back of it is written in white where they're all from, the town they're above, everything. There's little pee-wee marbles in here. There's classic marble kings. There's vitro agates. There's alley agates. There's a few of them are acro. There's one Christensen, that amber one's a Christensen with ground pawnel marks on it. Look at that alley beside it there, that swirl. There's another one right there. There's some nice 2-color cat eyes, but that was the goal. This one's complete now. I'm gonna put this one up and we're gonna start a new one. So the goal by, like, let's say, you know, we might get bad weather. The goal now will be like by Christmas, find another frame of marbles on the dump like this. And you know, I like the bottles too, some of them, but not like the marbles. I'm there to dig these, not the bottles. Later. Back out in the woods. Man, that's a big tree. It looks like an old logging trailer or something. I'm below where I've been looking for stuff. I always walk around a little bit other places to see if I can't get into another dump or another small trash pit. You just never know. So that's what I'm doing here for a few minutes. You know, I might find a deer antler or anything. It's hard to tell. But sometimes these roads on these hills too, over time one of them will slip and then they'll change it so it might move down the flat. So maybe that happened 75 years ago on this hill when roads weren't as good as they are now, and the dump's farther down over the hill than what you thought. That could, or someplace on the hill you didn't expect it to be. You've got to consider that. Later, pigs. I think I'm just going to start walking up through the woods now that all the underbrush and briars are dying down. There's still some pretty rough multiflora patches, but I can stay out of them. And this is much better looking at stuff like this than it is walking up the highway breathing diesel fueled fumes off tanker trucks and stuff. Look at this. That's a beautiful rock face here. And you know, it's hard to tell what I'll find walking down in here. The dump's probably another 150 yards that way it starts. But you'd think the road's right up there above me. You'd think there'd be all kinds of stuff all along this hill. And there is some stuff. Like that's probably no deposit, no return. No, it's not even. It's a Magnum 40 ouncer. That's modern, just recent. Somebody driving by in a car. But you want to look down the hill and see if you can see bottles like glistening in the sun. You just never know. You know, 75 years ago, oh, this could have been cleared off too, and a farmer could have had cattle or horses in here on the sides of these hills. You know, I find places metal detecting where there's fenced off areas that have old horseshoes in them and stuff, and you can tell there was livestock on it. But I'll get up here, and when I first start finding stuff, I will get back to you and start showing you. We're going to try to, you saw these marbles at the beginning of the video. That's what I'm here looking for, is marbles. The bottles are just a plus. I can care less, really. I keep them and they're cool, and don't get me wrong, I like them, but not like the marbles. They make great displays. Well, anyway, folks, I'll get back later. All right, I'm in business. The walking around paid off. I didn't think it was. I was getting tired, and I'm way down the hill from where I've been digging on the dump. Where I've been finding the marbles is another 50 yards up that way, and there's some good trash in here, and I want to be seeing. There's a Coke. Huh, that's an odd one. It's later, but it's a clear one. You know, there's not many like this. It's a newer bottle, but that's a clear Coke. Huh. You know, down here, the trash I'm seeing is mixed 1930s up into like the 60s. It's hard to tell what I'm gonna find. It's all slipped down this hill. I can't really, I'm finding old bottles. Like I found one bottle here, I'll have to show it at the end of this. It's got an applied top and it's real old. It's got bubbles in the glass. It's a huge whiskey and it's perfect. And I'll find pieces of Crocs, but it's just all mixed and I can't find the old stuff. I'm gonna have to look around and maybe dig a big deep test pit. But I'll get back on my next find. I'm gonna find stuff here. The layer's awesome. I'll turn this on too and do some live digging later. I'm absolutely staying here because I just raked out my first marble. I was starting to pull out this piece of metal and it fell out right under it. Just another common one, but cool. Another one of them blue cat eyes. Later. Just raked out another one. Seems like this is gonna go all the way up this hill. I don't know how far it goes down. I'm gonna have to look. I think there's just marbles over acres here. This looks like it could be a cat eye, but it's bigger than average size. It is. It's a green cat eye, but it's pretty and it's nice condition. There's no flea bites on it or nothing. That's a frameable one. Later. All right, I didn't even see that. Man, that's cool. Look at that little blue perfume bottle. Take that. But I just raked out a marble here. It's kind of a nice one. I think it's an alley. It's got another swirl to it. It looks all peach, but it's not all peach. That little bottle was cool. All I'm doing in this gully here, raking off the leaves. Got my first marked plastic figure raking this stuff off here. These leaves right here, it is. It looks marks to me. Huh. Man, this looks like marble. Or maybe not. No, this is like a space dude. And it's all there. It might be off one of them 2001 Space Odyssey playsets. I don't know, with the big white ship. But I'm not positive. It's something to do with space, it looks like. But I see another marble. I'm below where I was at yesterday. It's right in here. Looks like a marble king. I'll get back at you later. Alright, I don't know if you can see like a blue thing up there on the bank. That's about where I was digging them marbles. And you can see this. Saw an alley pop out. Look at the line on that. It might even be an acro. It's an alley. It's an alley swirl. How I know is I've dug on alley agate dumps where the factory dumped marbles years ago. Later. I'm raking up through this. Here's another one. It's a marble king. That's got a nice pattern to it. That's a frameable one. The condition's just outstanding. It's orange and red and white. I'm gonna find more. I'll be back later. Rake this one out. It's another cat eye, but this is a little better one. It's two colors. It's yellow and orange. It's nice. It's nice condition. You can see it there. It's got a bubble in it. Later. Well, clearing off the leaves here like I was doing a little bit ago, and look at this plate. It was laying face down. I flipped it over. It's been laying here probably since. You can see how this side's corroded. This side is perfect. Michigan, 1967. Water Winter Wonderland. And I'm in Ohio. Wonder how this got here. Man, this is cool. That's a day maker fix. For sure. An absolute day maker, finding something like this. That can just be displayed right now. Clean it up, original paint. All right. Has to be worth $15 or $20. Anyway, maybe more than that. It's a beautiful plate. Look at that. Marble plus. This is a way older plate here. 58159. What the heck? I don't know if that's been cut off or not, but I'm taking that. That looks odd. And a marble. I'm just going up this way and started clearing off stuff. There's another one of these nice marbles. Man, hopefully I can find some more plates. That last one was awesome. I don't know what this one is. It's cool though. Later. Here we go. I'm in a nice layer now. It's not as old a trash as I'd like, but I just found that license plate right up there, and there's marbles in here, but I'm just right over the hill from where I was at initially. Right up there is where I've been finding them all. They have to be down here too. Another blue one like I've been finding. All right, I'm on them. I'm gonna be able to fill another frame here. Hopefully I can get a real awesome one today. Get that awesome plate. Get something else cool later. This is collectible for guys that collect oil cans. You can see it's aqua glass. It's windshield washer Sahio concentrate. It's in a glass bottle and it's all there, the directions and everything. Cleveland, Ohio. Sahio Laboratories. Very cool. I'll be able to bring this one back later. Man, the stuff people throw away. Look at that. It's an old cash register. It's an old one. It's got not, might even be a typewriter. I think it's a typewriter. It is. An old typewriter. And look at all the gears and stuff in that. I don't see anything that I'd want to take off of it. That's cool though, whatever that is. I think that's a cat or a typewriter or something to that effect. It's something like that. It's real heavy. Later. Another marble. I'm satisfied for the day though with these license plate. That one license plate. That's an alley. It's got another swirl to it. It's just an average one, like $1 one maybe. Later. I'm up closer now to where I found all them handfuls of marbles. And I started in here. I found a couple nice ones in here yesterday. The best ones, these clear base ones. And I just got a 2-color cat eye. It's like peach and orange. It's just an average marble, 50 cents maybe on this one. Later. Alright, there's another one. Solid yellow. There has to be some good ones in here someplace. I found a couple nice ones here yesterday, and I think that one clear base with the blue, cobalt blue on it with all the white wisp is an acro. Later. Just makes it worth it. I just found a solid blue marble just a second ago. I didn't film it, but there's marbles up in here. Right up there is where I found all of them punching in right here. Check it out. Classic Marble King Bumblebee, and look at all the purple and blue. Look at that. Look at that right there. That's a classic, nice Marble King marble. It's called a Bumblebee, and you can see why. Look at the condition. Nice. Later. I thought it was good, but it wasn't. Look at this. Mountain Dew with the hillbilly, and this one's gonna be, you can just tell. Bottled by Harold and John, Mountain Dew. It'll tickle your innards, and it's got that hillbilly on it. Very cool. Later. Now here's a turquoise one, and it looks like it has some kind of other veneer on it. Put that in the pocket. I just found a couple solid yellow ones too a minute ago. There's another marble. It's right here. Looks kind of good. And it's one of them red. And man, that's got blue in that red, or green. Green, white, and red. Not bad. Later. Just basically raking off the leaves now above this. What the heck's that right there? There's a marble. No way. Holy crap. Oh, I didn't even see that. I've been raking around in here like a madman. That looks like a big Marble King shooter. Didn't even see that. I missed that one. But right here's a nicer one. Actually, it's got that blue line to it, and it's another one of them blue ones, and it's just, the condition's just awesome. I'm getting a pocket of them. I'm not going to stay too much longer though. I'm wet from all the digging all this week. Later. I found that shooter. I tore out that piece of metal and started raking under it. You can see how dry it is, but right here's another marble. It's another Marble King. That's what it looks like. Well, yeah, I think it is. It's not bad. Gotta find a smoker eventually. I'm gonna get out of here. I have a good many. I'd say I have 15 nice marbles in my pocket. A few of them are good. I got some melted marbles in my bag there, a couple license plates, a few bottles. Not too bad, but I'm just too tired to stay and finish a video. I'm gonna get home and relax and do something tomorrow, and then you'll see the rest. More stuff on this video. Thanks for watching. Be a pretty good one. This is a pretty big rock I pried out of here. Let me kick it one more time to get it going. That wasn't bad. I'll give it a 7. Later. Right down in through here, right down there by them rocks, right in there is where I found that brown crock that was perfect, laying out. I knew there had to be old stuff here, older anyway. Down in there on that flat where them down trees are, not this flat here, the next one down is where I found like all them cork bottles, like that lavender colored one, all the embalming fluids. I knew that stuff had to be up here on the hill someplace too. And look at this big cobalt blue milk of magnesia bottle. You can see I had to take off a lot. Had to get a new shovel. I broke that red handled one. It snapped. I'd say over the life of my channel, I'm going to go through 100 shovels. I dig that much, and that's no exaggeration. That's probably a low estimate. I think I'm on 6 or 7 for the channel already. But right here, I got my first decent find. And look, here's a crown top. It's off an old textured bottle. Wonder what that was. It's some kind of soda. But look at this. You know, this isn't a great find, but it ain't bad. And it's filled with mud. But this is promising. There'll be masons back in here, and there's a chance with this age of bottle here, this is like from the 40s, I would guess, but it's got nice embossing and it's blue. So we'll take that. You know, I'd say that bottle's worth $4 with a new cap on it. Like if I was set up at a flea market, I'd want $4 for it. And wouldn't probably go less than 3. Later. Ground's hard. See this lid? It popped right off of that. And that's a mason jar. And look, there's a beer sticking out right beside it, but that's just one of them no deposit or something state law, I don't know. But that mason's right there. I'll have to get that out. It's something like food with a cap on it, so we'll see. Let me dig it out of here. It's gonna take a while, so I'll turn this off later. And I just raked this out, and I didn't know what it was at first. And this is off a car of some sort, I would guess. And that might be out of the middle of a steering wheel. And that's glass. Or out of the inside of the hub of a wheel. That's something to that effect. Look at that, I'm taking that. That can all be cleaned up. Look at that, that's a glass piece over that. Later. Well, I just got a day maker for one of my military frames. I saw this fall out. I found that weird wheel thing, and I'm still digging out this jar. And that beer, that looks like a short top beer, but that's some kind of mason or something. And I'm going this way to try to come back in around it. And I saw this little round thing there flip out, and I pick it up and start looking at it. And I think it's another silver quarter. Just a corroded one or a large cent, kinda. And I flip it over and start looking at this, and I'm thinking, what the heck? And wait till you see this, folks. This is a military pin that says US on it, and it's off a uniform. Right there you can see US. It's real heavy. It looks like I'll have to get it real cleaned up good, but man, folks, vintage military again. I just found that Air Force spoon, and how cool was that? It's even got a serial number on it, and some woman in the comments said her husband used to be an airman in like the 40s, and she said those were the same numbers as a serial number for the airman, like a personal ID. So that might be a personal ID on that spoon that I found of the airman that owned it, which is awesome. And look at this, and I'm 600 yards away from where I found that spoon on the same hill. That's gonna be cool, folks. US, it's like a collar button maybe. It's off a uniform. I'll have to look it up. I'm no expert on this. I just know that this is cool. Wow. Later. All right, that jar I dug out and that beer was junk. Here's the jar. It's unembossed. It's older, it's real heavy, but it's nothing. Later. I got a marble back in there too, and it's like a real cool 2-color cat eye, but it's melted. It's all ruined. At least I got that pin in here. I'm gonna do a little bit more here, and then I'm gonna go up to my bag and get a drink, and then I'm gonna go over where I found them marbles later. I got a marble out. I was up in there where I found that military button. I come over here, and you can see I'm right. I mean, if I fall backwards, I'm potentially hurt. I'm okay, but I could get hurt here. It's pretty steep. But I'm raking up in here, and there's a nice layer. You look at how dark the soil is too. I like that. I can pull it down the hill, and it's all going to slide down behind me. And I'll be able to see it all, everything, all the smalls. And look here, this might be good. Let's see what we got. It's just a solid color one, I think, but man, well, no, it's got another pattern to it. A little bit. It's got black in it. See it there? Black stripes. It's actually pretty nice, and the condition's nice. It's got black lines to it. It's a very unique color of blue. I don't have one that color. Later. Stink sets break up. It's a little ceramic horse. Legs are broke off and stuff. Man, that's cool. It's old. It's ceramic, like crockery, and it's glazed. Later. I raked another marble out back in here. I'm starting another hole and just raking it down the hill. It's a blue cat eye. It's got some gray in it too. It's nice condition, but just an average marble. Hopefully I can find a good one here. There's some older bottles broke and some milks. Later. Thought I saw a coin flash too. That's what it was. It's a piece of plastic. I thought that was a coin, but I got a marble. I'm up in here. Let's see, right up in there is where I've been finding all of them, and I found some all through here. But look at this little pile here. It's all trash, and it's right below where them marbles are at, so there has to be a bunch of them. That's pretty nice. It's red and yellow. It's like a ketchup and mustard. I got 4 or 5 in my pocket. I got that military pen. Hopefully I can get some mason lids in here. This one's all tore up, but I need some more. But I'll get back on my next phone. Cat eye. Later. Got a marble, and I thought I saw another one too. And I got this one, and this is definitely an alley swirl. Or an acro. I think it might even be a corkscrew. It is. It's a corkscrew. The cork goes all the way around it. So there's an acro. That's just a common one though. But let me look here. I thought I saw a clear one or something. Some weird looking one. Let me look around. Alright, I'm about done. You can see, and I got another one of these Mountain Dew with the hillbilly. It'll tickle your innards. The ACL's perfect. Get another one of these like Art Deco sages. It says Sister So on it. There's a Pepsi. Got a few marbles. I got that military pen, but I'm just too tired. I got real cold at the river this morning, and I'm just gonna go home and relax. I could stay and find more marbles, but I'm not finding really no good ones. They're good, but I'm looking for like a $200 Peltier or something. I'm not finding it today. I'll hit a dump with older marbles here in the next couple days. Later. All right, I'm heading down out of here. You can see how deep and wide this big valley is. This would go down into the river that way, but there's a big creek down in there. It's not big enough for fishing though. You might be able to catch like a 3-inch bluegill in it on an ultralight. That's about it. But I'm heading home. Thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate it. Later. Alright, since that frame that I put together, these are the marbles that I found in the last few days. The best ones. Nothing spectacular. There's a bumblebee, it's pretty nice. A couple other rainbows that are nice. And all the ones from this video are in there. But I'm going to probably hit a different dump with older marbles on the next dump digging trip. I'll see. But thanks for watching, folks. I just wanted to show you these. Later.